So Tom, re-signed with the Blues for another 2 years. That must be great.
Yeah, obviously it's very exciting. I think we had a bit of a challenging year, but I think we're in good stead for the next couple of years.
Yep. Been a tough year for the Blues, but obviously the list is tracking in the right direction. Where do you think you can be as a club at the end of 2016?
I don't really want to put any expectations on us just at the moment. I think at the moment we are taking it week by week, so I think the next couple of years are going to be quite exciting, as I said before.
And as a player, at the end of this next 2-year contract, where do you sort of hope to be? What are the areas that you're really hoping to improve in?
I think over the next couple of years I really just want to find a regular spot in the team. I've sort of been in and out the past couple of years. I'd like to cement a real position in that side, and hopefully that can take us to the top of the ladder.
Obviously had a good start to the year yourself, and then the broken finger. You mentioned that there's been quite a few operations with that. Can you just take us through exactly what happened after that round 5 game against the Dogs?
Yeah, obviously it's been pretty challenging. I think I ended up having about 4 or 5 surgeries on the finger which got infected. So it's just been a pretty slow process, and I'm pretty happy to get back in the swing of things now.
I believe from memory you came back in round 7, so pretty quickly after that initial break. In retrospect, did you try and rush things along a little bit too quickly?
Yeah, I did feel right to come back in that round against Collingwood, but I think in hindsight I probably should have waited out the 4 weeks and just waited out the whole injury.
It must have been frustrating to be sidelined for that long.
Yeah, it was. I think having a good start to the season obviously put me in good stead. That's why I wanted to come back quite early. I think, just generally, just being out for a long time sort of throws a spanner in the works a fair bit. So I think I'm just happy to be back on the park now, which is good.
And with an infection, I imagine there probably wasn't that much running you could do while you're out?
No, because of all the surgeries I had, I ended up having 5, so I couldn't really sweat in that time, which I did lose a bit of fitness, but I'm glad to be on the park now and stringing a few together.
And how have you felt since you've come back? Played the last 2 games. Does it take you a while to get back up to the speed of the AFL again?
Yeah, well, I had the week previous to coming back, I sort of had a good training regime and a lot of running and that, so I felt my fitness was up to stead. I think there's a big difference between running fitness and playing fitness, so I think the only way to gain that is playing games, and I'm slowly getting that back.
Going back to the start, you're a mature age recruit, and obviously I think a Victorian boy, but went and played with Morningside in Queensland. Did you imagine that you'd get an AFL career at that point?
No, not really. It sort of came out of the blue. I did nominate for draft a few years in a row and got knocked back, but I'm very lucky to be at Carlton and be in the position I am now.
And am I right that you were more of a soccer player as a kid?
Yeah, early days I played soccer, and then I had a few mates move up from Victoria who really brought me across to the AFL scene, and I'm very thankful for that because that's obviously given me the position that I'm in now.
So you were a Victorian-born kid, is that right? But you were in Queensland for a while?
No, Queensland-born. Queensland-born and bred, actually. And I'm slowly getting used to this Victorian weather, which is pretty cold at the moment, but no, I'm enjoying it so far.
And just finally, Tom, what are you hoping to get out of the remainder of the year?
Look, I think we'll just take things week by week at the moment, and I think we got North Melbourne this week, so we're really putting a lot of focus onto that game, and hopefully we can get a good win.